Welcome to Backyard Cigars, and today we have Montecristo, Pepe Mendez, Pilotico. That's right, two bands. So this is 5x50 Robusto, Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, Dominican binder, and fillers from Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. The Dominican filler is the Dominican Piloto. So there you have the breakdown on the specs. Now what I'm about to tell you, you can find just about anywhere. You can find it on Al Tidy's website. The story of how this cigar pays, homage to the late great Jose Pepe Mendez, who was a grower, and many years ago when he left Cuba, he discovered the Cibao Valley, which we've talked about briefly, I think, and he planted some seeds that he brought with him from Cuba, like many Cubans did during that time period, and thus the story behind paying homage to Jose Mendez on nice story and all. It really is. It's always good when a family member can pay tribute to you. And I'm just going to remove this here in the form of a cigar. I'd love it if someone named the cigar after me as well. But here's the thing. This is the second cigar that I've smoked. The second Jose Mendez. I smoked one about 4 months ago. I bought them at the same time. So I smoked that one 4 months ago. This one I'm smoking now, and it's almost a year and a month that it's been in the humidor at about 67, 68 RH. So I'm feeling disappointed right now with this cigar. I am. I feel like there are some construction issues here, the same ones that I dealt with when I smoked the first cigar. Super tight draw, and once you get it going, it just doesn't quite come together. Those flavors are just not coming together. Glasses for this. Look, it's a nice looking cigar. The band's really nice, and this one, very much like the first one, had glimpses of promise. There was this puff of potential that I would get every so often as I was smoking the cigar. You'd get like this woodiness and this nuttiness, and then a really nice aroma would kind of creep out, and you got this idea that it was playing footsie with you, because just when you felt that things were going in the right direction, it'd take a step back and it would either turn off, which was increasingly infuriating me, because how often do I have to keep touching up a cigar to make sure it's lit? But finally, when it stayed lit, and that's where it's at right now. Just like the other one, it's staying lit, but the flavors just haven't been coming together for me. It's a true medium, sort of on the milder side. I'm not even gonna say it's a true medium, but because of the draw, I feel like I'm not getting the full effect. So it's a little mild in terms of flavor. Strength-wise, it's medium. I'm not gonna bore you to death with this one. Here's what I'll say. This is supposed to be, is $13 to $15 cigar. Okay? Give or take a few extra or a few extra less dollars given your home state. We expect a lot of things when we spend this kind of money for a cigar. Comes with a nice story, just like, you know, you get a little nice story when you buy a bourbon, and it comes with this story, which I'm not saying isn't true, but it accompanies the product and it becomes a part of the package. So we're not just selling you a $13, $15 cigar with good tobacco, good wrapper. We're also telling you why we decided to make this cigar and in whose memory. And in this case, the gentleman Jose Pepe Mendez, which I don't know much about other than what I mentioned to you that I read on the Altaides website. So, you know, I tried to dig a little bit more into it, and I did find out that, you know, he was, you know, very well established in the cigar industry. He was well respected by his peers. He certainly knew how to grow tobacco. He certainly knew how to grow his tobacco, and his family, for the most part, has continued the traditions, which is a good thing. I'm searching for what to say, because honestly, I feel hints of cedar. There's the hint of woody cedar is what I'm getting. A little bit of maybe like a graham cracker, sort of. But it's just not, like I said, it's not coming together. It's picking up a little bit in strength. There are some bitter notes to it. Some light spice hints in the finish. We're gonna see where this goes. I'm gonna see where it goes. I'm gonna smoke just a little bit more, and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm not in the best of moods. This was a long day at work. You come home, you want to relax. You pick out a cigar just on a whim with no idea how it's going to be today. I know what it was like when I first smoked it, but I didn't know how it would be today. Having aged a little longer in the humidor, I thought to myself, you know, maybe it'll be a little smoother, maybe. I don't know. But it isn't working out. Can I tell you? It's just how it is sometimes. The first one was a bit of a letdown. I try to always smoke at least one cigar of the cigar I'm going to review, because I feel it gives me some insight into what to expect. And while I don't always do that, I like doing that because I can reflect In this case, it's just reminding me of the issues that I had before. Now the drawers opened up a little bit. I had to definitely, give it another flat cut. I had to poke it a little bit, and it started to open up, and it has smoke is decent. The aroma isn't as pleasing as I would like it to be. But I can deal with a cigar that doesn't have the greatest aroma if every puff I take is enjoyable and satisfying. A little more spice in the finish, slightly dry finish. Guys, it's just not happening. It's just not. It's just not happening. And that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You invest a little money into a cigar that you may have read about or heard about, or maybe it was even recommended to you for you to try. And if construction issues get in the way, then that will limit the potential of the cigar. Hands down. You can be a talented musician, but if you don't do everything that you need to do to ensure that the music you produce is of high quality, then you will fall short. And it won't be because you don't have the talent to get it done. It'll be for a variety of reasons. You didn't hit the right notes. Perhaps you didn't choose the right melody. Maybe you didn't write the right song. Maybe they have to work on some of the construction issues with this cigar. Maybe they have to look at that. I don't know. Maybe. But what sucks is when you've paid X amount of dollars for anything, even if it's high or low amount, you feel cheated when you don't get the full experience, when you don't get the experience that you were expecting, when you did everything right. You kept it in the humidor good amount of time. You kept the RH good levels. You cut it correctly. You lit it correctly. So you eliminated all of those possibilities that it could have been something you did. And then you just kind of have to look back at the cigar and say to yourself, well, this is one of those days, one of those cigars. See, every now and then I'll get a puff that gives me a really great flavor profile, but it's so fleeting. It's gone like that, and then the flavors just start to zigzag and not in the best interest of the cigar. I'm going to cut this one short. I'm going to save you the trouble and just tell you that Montecristo, Pepe Mendez, Pilotico. It just didn't live up to the hype. Today was not its day. It wasn't my day either, unless I go out and grab a different cigar and try to save the night, which is still a possibility. But if anyone out there has tried this cigar and had a pleasurable experience with it, Please let me know. Please jot it down in the notes. Please tell me what you discovered in this cigar. And